Report by Press Center Chief of Center Group of Forces. Russian President Vladimir Putin visited headquarters of the Southern Military District. The Supreme Commander-in-Chief got a close look at new models of military hardware. The head of state received reports on the progress of the special military operation. The armed forces of the Russian Federation inflicted 11 group strikes with high-precision weapons and unmanned aerial vehicles on the military airfield infrastructure, arsenals, storage sites for artillery ammunition, weapons and military hardware, as well as enemy PAL bases. A motorized rifle company of the Dnieper Group of Forces under the command of Senior Lieutenant Zolto Arsalanov neutralized the servicemen of the 36th Marine Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine while trying to gain a foothold on the left bank of the Dnieper River. The unit under the command of Senior Lieutenant Zolto Arsalanov eliminated most of the militants and captured 11 Ukrainian servicemen. Air defense systems shot down 8 combat aircraft of the Ukrainian Air Force during the week. In South Donetsk direction, the Vostok Group of Forces units supported by artillery thwarted the enemy's attempt to launch a counterattack close to Novomikhailovka. AFU infantry was neutralized. 6 attempts to rotate the AFU units close to Staromayorskoye, Ravnopol, and Chervonoy were foiled. Motor vehicles and manpower of the armed forces of Ukraine were neutralized. During counter-battery warfare, the enemy lost 1 Polish-made Krab self-propelled artillery system and 5 mortar crews. Operational tactical aviation, missile troops and artillery inflicted fire damage on clusters of manpower and hardware of a FU 72nd Mechanized, 79th Air Assault, 58th Motorized Infantry, and the 127th Territorial Defense Brigades close to Novomikhailovka, Konstantinovka, Ugoldar, Novodonskoye, Yurzhinoy, and Staromayorskoye. The enemy lost up to 145 Ukrainian servicemen killed and wounded, as well as an ammunition depot and motor vehicles. In Donetsk direction, the Yug Group of Forces supported by artillery and heavy flamethrowers repelled 6 attacks of assault groups of the 24th Mechanized, 5th Assault, and 95th Air Assault Brigades close to Kleshchevka, Shumy, and Mariinka. In this direction, the enemy losses amounted to more than 240 troops killed and wounded, as well as 1 tank, 1 infantry fighting vehicle, and 2 motor vehicles neutralized. During counter-battery warfare, 1 152mm 2A65 Msta-B howitzer was eliminated. Air defense systems and small arms fire shot down Ukrainian UAVs near Pesky, Yakovlevka, Spornoy, Olginka, Dolomednoy, Verkhnetoritskoye, Mariinka, Zolotarivka, Belogorovka. In Krasny Liman direction close to Serebryansky Forestry, the Center Group of Forces jointly with artillery fire defeated the assault groups of the 12th Azov Special Forces Brigade south of Kuzmino. The bomber, ground attack, and Army aviation of the group struck 2 command and observation posts, a cluster of hardware and manpower of the armed forces of Ukraine near Grigorovka, Serebryansky Forestry, and Yampilovka. Artillery units inflicted fire damage on 12 strongholds, 6 clusters of hardware, and more than 40 artillery positions of the armed forces of Ukraine. Enemy losses amounted to up to 30 soldiers. 1 armored fighting vehicle, 2 pickup trucks, and 1 120mm mortar were destroyed. In Krasny Liman direction, as a result of competent actions by Russian troops, 1 attack by assault groups of the 12th Azov Special Purpose Brigade has been repelled. Fuel storage facilities for FU aircraft have been destroyed at Kanatovo Airfield. Ammunition depots of the AFU have been hit near Kirovograd and Olshanitsa. The Russian Defense Ministry shows Uragan MLRS crews and snipers of airborne troops in action within the special military operation. Footage of the destruction of FU positions, armored vehicles, and infantry by FPV drone operators. Training of UAV operators continues at the Field Training Center of the Central Military District. More than 89,000 servicemen of the Russian Armed Forces and members of their families took part in the Geographical Dictation International Educational Campaign.